Well, on this gorgeous day, hello and welcome from the beautiful scenic mountains of Yahan. I'm Philip Hampshire.
I'm Chen Tong. That lovely greenery you can see behind us is all bamboo. That means we are in panda country. Hello, pandas!
You can be sure that the pandas are sitting there behind the bamboo watching us as we speak now.
But today we're not going to talk about pandas. We're going to talk about another animal specialty in the region, the sturgeon, and a high-quality caviar they produce.
High quality indeed. Caviar from this particular facility and the others owned by this company are sold throughout the world in Michelin-starred restaurants across Europe, indeed right the way across to the Burj Al Arab, the famous 7-star hotel in Dubai.
I heard this morning you jumped into the pond and caught a huge fish.
It was a smaller one than I expected, round about 40 kilos, but we did try for a bigger one. You'll see how that worked out for me. There are over 70 ponds in this particular portion of the farm alone, and I'm going to be getting in this one right here. At the moment, they're lowering the level of the water down so that I can get in with the fish and then lift one out to show you. And let me tell you, those fish are looking very, very large indeed. I'm not entirely sure they're going to be very happy with me trying to raise one out of the water. So before I can do anything else, I have to get some protective gear on. Okay,
yeah, just take off your shoes.
Shoes off. I feel like I'm about to go to the moon. Look at this thing. Right, let's get in. Oh my God, there are fish everywhere. They keep going past my leg. Up. Out of the way, fish. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, wow. My mouth.
Okay. Well, there it is. We managed to catch one, and it took more than a few goes. And I have been whacked in the face by more than a few fish. Whew. They're tricky to catch.
Are you okay, Philip?
Yes, I've had worse slugs to the side of the head than that, but they are extremely slippery. The one that I picked up, slightly smaller one, around 40 kilos. A lot of the ones in those ponds get up to 80 kilos. Biggest sturgeon in the world get up to around 1,000 kilos, 1 ton. If you prefer, that's the weight of 2 polar bears.
We are glad you are okay. But here we have some samples of the caviar. Here we have 4, and there are species from China and Russia. This red one, I think, is from Russia.
Comes from Russia. Ladies first, do you want to have a go with the purple one from China?
I'll try with cucumber, because you know, like caviar are kind of salty. So
very nice.
Cucumber would be a good choice for me. Let me try.
Lovely. Now this red one here, the red one is a Russian fish. It comes from the ponds behind us, but the species of fish itself is Russian. So I'm going to give that one a go. Here it is. I have mine on a cracker.
Well, I think it's very fresh. You can tell. It's not very salty, especially with the cucumber. We are not fans of caviar, of course, but we can tell they are very fresh, and they've exported it to more than 30 countries and regions at the current moment. And as you can see, we even have a label of panda, because you know Yahan is where we found pandas, and this one is only for the China market.
Yes, indeed. I mean, this one's absolutely beautiful. It is a Russian fish, and I've got to be honest that that tastes like it could have come from the north of the Caspian, even though it comes from the ponds behind us. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, and in 2023, you know, here the Sichuan County produced 60 tons of caviar. That's 20% more than last year. And as I mentioned earlier, they've exported to more than 30 countries and regions around the world. And here is our colleague Zhu Luoman exploring the end of the production process, visiting the packaging room.
we're getting into the production line, but before that, we gotta change.
To take a peek at how caviar is packed before it's distributed, we have to visit the processing floor. Food safety is of utmost importance for manufacturers, especially high-end produce like fish roe. So we need to put on full body protection gear and get fully sanitized before entering the floor. Today, we're dealing with caviar that's already been harvested and processed. The step that's left to be seen is the packaging process itself.
Wow, look at that. What is considered a luxury in a 5-star Michelin restaurant is in abundance here.
The workers here told me that this can be packed in 160 boxes weighing 10 grams each.
Let me take my first stick.
But dividing the portions isn't as easy as it seems.
You know, the caviars are sold by the gram, so you gotta be careful.
And once we get the grams right,
we now spread the caviar even in the box.
the next step, baking the caviar.
So how do we do that?
Take one and put it on your palm and spot the broken ones.
So wipe it off, wipe it clean, and we're done.
The last step, before the delicacy heads to market shelves and tables, it needs to be vacuumed to limit oxidization and keep it fresh when served.
Well, this area isn't just benefiting the company that makes the caviar. The ponds that you can see behind us, and many more like them across the county, are shared ones. That means that local people in the area can invest in buying a stake or a share in one of the ponds and then share the profits with the company over the course of the year.
And if you love caviar, please come to the Tianquan County to taste the freshness of the caviar. But of course, I think what we are showing to you today is just one of the examples China has been doing in rural revitalization. In July, the third plenary session of the 20th Central Committee of the Communist Party of China says the integrated urban and rural development is essential to Chinese modernization.
Now, to give you an indication of just how successful that revitalization is becoming for this area, the fact that the caviar facility is here means that incomes in this county on average are 30% higher than they are in surrounding counties, not just because of the caviar farm and the people who are taking stakes in the different ponds, but also, of course, the tourists who come through, who spend their money in the shops and the bars and the restaurants and the other spillover benefits.
Of course, and on the other side of the mountain, as you can see over there, there's a quote brought by Chinese President Xi Jinping in 2005 in the province of Zhejiang, but today we are seeing it here in the province of Sichuan. That means lucid water and green mountains are invaluable assets.
And indeed, that is part of the reason why this facility is here in the first place. There is a large river that runs by the farm, and that river is fed directly from the mountain peaks that you can see, of course, over there on the horizon. It means that the water is fresh, the water is pure, and it comes straight from the sky, and that means better quality sturgeon and better quality eggs. Back over to you in the studio.